Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just wanted to quickly go over some of the more recent news, and I do apologize for the lack of videos for the last week and a half. It's been very busy for me, so I'm going to try to do my best this weekend to get as many videos out as I possibly can. Let's keep everybody updated on a lot of the news. Speaking of being updated, if you are on Twitter and you want people to follow that will keep you, or at least help keep you updated, there are definitely people I suggest. XRP Crypto Wolf is just simply one of those people as well. What he does is likes to take a lot of the news information that's getting publicized and make sure that the XRP community is on the same page with that, because a lot of this news is so frequent that you can actually overlook a lot of it. So definitely give him a follow. Here we have a tweet by XRP Crypto Wolf talking about an article from CoinDesk on the topic of the UK Central Bank Governor Carney seeing digital currencies displacing US dollar as a global reserve. Now, of course, he summarizes a little bit more. He says that basically Governor Carney discussed a new international monetary financial system, basically being named IMFS. And of course, Carney also suggests a digital currency supported by an international coalition of central banks. Now, there is the XRP reference there. Of course, this is done by XRP Crypto Wolf, but in the article, it actually doesn't specify directly any particular cryptocurrency or digital asset that I could read. Of course, if you see a little bit more into this right here and you verify the very specific cryptocurrency or digital asset they're talking about that could be utilized in this form or fashion here for the UK Central Bank, please leave that in the comment section. But everyone can guess which kind of cryptocurrency or digital asset is going to be favored when it comes to this particular movement here. And a lot of us, obviously, in the XRP community would be looking at XRP as that answer there. But of course, again, any type of group that actually has a primary focus on their own kind of cryptocurrency they favor, they're going to support that as the means here. But nonetheless, we are seeing a lot more talking points coming out from central banks and people that are part of these central banks looking to, again, displace the US dollar. That is very big when it comes to the talking points that we're seeing globally now when it comes to money and the monetary system. So keep all that in mind, guys. Here we're seeing quite a bit of information coming out again from these central bankers talking about this movement of going from your old standard fiat system into a digital realm. And a lot of people are picking this up. And when I said that, in this article, they didn't specifically talk about one particular digital currency, I am seeing quite a bit of people out there talking about this kind of reference here. And of course, people with bigger names such as Anthony Pompliano. And of course, if you are unaware of him, I would definitely give him a follow, but he is most certainly a Bitcoin maximalist. As a matter of fact, he recently just posted an actual tweet when it comes to this article coming out about the central bank and of course displacing the US dollar. And it's just interesting because Anthony Pompliano, being a Bitcoin maximalist, I think he has a firm understanding of what XRP is fully capable of doing when it comes to its speed, its scalability, the actual fact that there's such a minimal fee when it comes to transferring XRP versus that of Bitcoin and of course even Ethereum or Litecoin. And I think Pompliano absolutely knows all of this. Deep down, a lot of people in the XRP community believe that Anthony Pompliano holds his own fair share of XRP in a bag sitting somewhere off to the side, because he definitely knows. And of course, he actually took to Twitter to post, again, after that article talking about the UK Central Bank looking to displace US dollar. Pompliano says it only took 10 years for central bankers to go from unaware of digital currencies to calling one as a global reserve currency. This is moving much faster than almost anyone expected. And of course, again, keep in mind, the article doesn't specify any specific currency as far as a digital currency or a cryptocurrency is concerned. It is just talking about this direction that they are looking in when it comes to transferring over from the old standard fiat system into a digital realm. And of course, seeing Pompliano, this Bitcoin maximalist, talking about this, I would only guess that he thinks that Bitcoin is going to be the answer. But if you look in the comment section of this right here, you are going to see a significant amount of people that know and firmly understand XRP and are definitely talking about how XRP is going to be basically the one that takes over when it comes to these bankers looking for a digital currency, and one that actually will work with their system more appropriately. Of course, we all understand Bitcoin is a very, very slow transaction when it comes to transferring back and forth. It is a very big store of value, granted, yes, but nonetheless, it is just very interesting that anybody would even consider Bitcoin or even Ethereum as some sort of currency that central bankers would want to use, understanding how slow it is. And then looking at all of the other options there on the top 5 and seeing that XRP, again, is the most scalable cryptocurrency option out there. And of course, it is also one of the fastest options out there. It would be in any banker's best interest to take that kind of approach there. So my guess is that with what Ripple's trying to do on a very global scale with all the banks, financial institutions that they're currently working with and partnered with, all of these companies absolutely know that XRP would be a far more superior type of digital asset to utilize when it comes to, again, transferring back and forth between these banks. So very interesting take there when it comes to Pomp. Again, I definitely personally believe that this guy has a firm understanding of what XRP is fully capable of, and it is quite possible this guy has a little bag of XRP sitting off to the side. Regardless if he does or not, at least he is a very outspoken person when it comes to the cryptocurrency community. And of course, the fact that he has a firm understanding that these banks are looking to merge into this new digital realm. Whether they choose XRP over Bitcoin or not, it doesn't matter at this point in time. At least we have people in this entire space that have a firm understanding of what's taking place here, guys. And of course, really at this point in time, it's just a matter of time to see where everything transitions and to see what digital asset is actually picked and utilized when it comes to being this major backbone for all these banks and financial institutions and exchanges on a global scale here. So let me know what you guys think. I know that there's going to be quite a bit of you guys that favor a particular currency over another. And of course, if you think that the currency you favor is going to be more superior than XRP when it comes to this kind of move here, please leave it in the comment section just as well. A couple other things I want to quickly go over. Now, this next bit of information here I found very interesting when it comes to a recent outage caused by Amazon, and of course it actually affected some crypto exchanges. Now again, this is a quick read from CoinDesk. It talks a little bit more in depthly about this, and I believe a lot of it was actually sparked when we saw CZ Binance talking about AWS, or again Amazon, having issues with their outage and affecting different types of crypto exchanges. Of course, this article again does go briefly into what was happening there and how it affected some of those exchanges. Interesting enough, though, we saw some price action happening when it comes to this particular effect here with these crypto exchanges being affected by this outage here. And a real quick look at a tweet here I found very interesting from Crypto Wizard kind of emphasizes a little bit more on that. Here we see that after that particular article was written, that it's possible that all of that was not a lie when it comes to, again, Amazon having the outage that affected those cryptocurrency exchanges, because he actually shows a link in regards to a visual of the prices being affected for not only XRP but for Bitcoin. For example, here what we see from Crypto Wizard is that because of the outage that took place with Amazon, Tokyo exchanges were actually suffering price drops with Bitcoin, and of course we saw an actual price increase with XRP. I specify here that XRP hit roughly around $9 for a short while Bitcoin dropped down to roughly around 32 to 35 cents. And there was a screen grab here when it comes to the Bitcoin price. So check this out. Throughout the particular time frame before the outage happened, you can see that Bitcoin was selling for its regular prices, roughly around $10,106, fluctuating down or up, just simply giving or taking away from how much money these investors were wanting to buy Bitcoin at that time. So again, we're seeing a normal price point for Bitcoin, and then of course you get down here where the outage took place and Bitcoin was selling for around 32 to 35 cents. And check this out, when it hit 32 cents, someone bought 45 Bitcoin, and of course when it hit 35 cents someone bought 3 more Bitcoin. So imagine being able to buy that many Bitcoin for 32 cents, guys. That is absolutely absurd. Now think about the amount of money they just made when it comes to that actually being corrected there. So 45, or even now adding up those two together, 48 Bitcoin for roughly around an average of 33 cents. And of course now multiply that by $10,000. That is an absurd amount of money that they just made when it comes to being able to take advantage of this particular outage here. So again, very intriguing when it comes to what's happening in the market with these particular outages that will actually affect the price point of not only XRP but Bitcoin. I mean, if you can see the price of Bitcoin dropping that fast, guys, when it comes to these kind of outages, and then you see the price of XRP shoot up to $9 that fast, think about what would happen when it comes to the market actually correcting itself and people actually looking at XRP as the answer, as this digital asset that actually is being utilized by the banks and financial institutions. And if it actually jumped up to $9 within a blink of an eye, basically, could you imagine when everything is corrected and all of these markets are actually utilizing XRP and coming to the public and announcing that? It won't need an outage at that point in time to see these types of shifts as far as the prices are concerned changing. It won't take that long. It'll actually start correcting itself, and then you'll start seeing a lot of people that did not invest in XRP starting to actually go in and buy XRP. And of course, you hear a lot of people here kind of clamoring in on what was happening with this particular ordeal. But nonetheless, guys, this right here is just something else that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention to let you know that, hey, you know, if you could have been one of those people to take advantage of this market when this outage happened, you could have been one of those people that had 42 Bitcoin sitting right now, and they'll take that and convert it into XRP afterwards. You can see how much XRP you would have. But nonetheless, guys, very, very interesting when it comes to these markets here. I just wanted to kind of relay this information out to you all. And of course, if you want to take a quick look at that article, I'll leave it in the link as well. So definitely look into that, guys. One last thing I want to quickly go over as well. Now, when it comes to all of these banks and financial institutions and central banks looking to merge into this cryptocurrency sphere, they're going to need help from at least people that are completely knowledgeable about this. And we've been seeing a lot of employees, for example, from Ripple, actually going and leaving that company to go to companies that have been partnered up with Ripple to help them get off the ground. And we actually saw this move take place recently with Ripple's employee Kiana Van Dyke. She is actually now part of the board of directors of MoneyGram. You can actually get a firm understanding of this here from Alex Cobb's daily blog off of his actual site called thexrpdaily.com. He goes into some pretty good detail about this move here, but again, this is not brand new. We've seen this happen from other employees of Ripple, again, going to other companies that have been partnered up with Ripple to get them, at least help them get off the ground and get the ball rolling when it comes to being part of this ecosystem. And it's very interesting that we actually get reference of this again coming from Alex Cobb. This is actually something specified by Ripple themselves, but Alex Cobb did a really good job breaking it down for everybody. Now, why I'm bringing this to your attention is because there's a little bit more involvement when it comes to Kiana Van Dyke here, who was part of Ripple and now part of MoneyGram. We actually hear from Tony Valentino here that she was actually part of Visa and then went to Ripple, and of course now she's gone from Ripple to MoneyGram, and now we're seeing the talking points as to whether or not we could see some sort of collaboration between MoneyGram and Visa, because we've definitely heard of the talking points about Ripple and Visa. Could there be something there? And of course, a lot of people are trying to make speculation as far as some correlation. Just understand, correlation does not equal causation, but understanding as well that these companies are all in bed together, we could very likely see something happen in the near future when it comes to, again, some of these collaborations happening with Ripple and MoneyGram, and now MoneyGram and Visa. And of course, the people that have been working with these companies, again, they're just all in bed together, if you will, and they are definitely understanding of what each company can do for each other. So it's just very interesting. Someone else posted here very recently as well in this comment thread some more connections here. They specified that obviously they wanted to see some more documents providing information whether or not she did work for Visa before she worked for Ripple. But we have Ganesh Haramath here posting that she also worked for Progressive Corp, Facebook, Citigroup, and MasterCard. And of course, that right there in itself is huge when it comes to the connections she has already made before she even went to Ripple and then MoneyGram. So you can see, again, she has a firm understanding of that particular market there when it comes to working with those companies that have a level of involvement with money circulating every single day. And now she's part of MoneyGram. I mean, guys, this is huge. This is actually something that MoneyGram would absolutely need when it comes to getting them off the ground and now being a partner of Ripple and possibly utilizing XRP because they are an XRapid enabled company. So keep all that in mind, guys. Big things are happening. And if you go right back to the beginning of this video and you correlate that with, again, UK Central Bank looking for a digital asset to replace or at least displace the US dollar, XRP just seems to be the best fit when it comes to doing so. So let me know what you guys think about this information, guys. I know it's kind of short-winded here. I just wanted to kind of cram a bunch of stuff together, let you all know that things are ramping up, things are happening. Even though the prices of your cryptocurrencies are going down right now, we're still in the consolidation phase. And of course, once all that actually is over with, we start seeing more money pile into the cryptocurrency market. Those prices are going to at least adjust to that. And hopefully we'll start seeing a lot more positive traction happening going into Q4, quarter four of this year, leading into 2020. So again, let me know what you guys think about this information, guys. Thank you for being a part of this channel, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you are new to this channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. And of course, share this content with as many people as you can. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of any new videos. And again, have a nice day. Bye-bye.